Hello. So I'm here to blog about what I thought about the digital storytelling articles. And the first one, digital storytelling. I really thought that personal narratives told through digital storytelling seemed like they would be a great way for children to open up about themselves. Not just like writing an About Me paper, but being able to use illustrations and match it up with an audio recording seems like it would be fun and effective. And I think that it would really hold the children's attention. I also like the idea of historical documentaries because it's very interactive, just like the personal narratives, and it's not just like a child reading through their social studies books, pulling out facts, and regurgitating them to their class, but they're making a video that the children can watch, and it appeals to a lot of different learning styles, so children can get a lot out of it, I believe. And I also like the stories designed to inform or instruct because I think that would be a great way to do an about me type thing without it being a personal narrative, because a child could choose something that they believe that they have an expertise in. Say the child plays baseball or is a great card trader. I don't know much about cards. But I thought that that would be a great way to boost some self-esteem. I also think that digital storytelling created by the teacher is a great way to present new material because it caters to many learning styles again. Not just lecturing to introduce something, but showing a quick, maybe a voice thread just to introduce the whole topic. I think that's a great way to get into a unit. Because personally I have trouble listening to just audio recordings, but I have no trouble watching a video of someone speaking because it's catering to visual and auditory, so it's just easier for me. And I also liked when the article talked about having their classmates view and critique the videos, because I think it's important that children are exposed to constructive criticism, because some children aren't, and I think that it makes it much more difficult when they are critiqued later on. So they might be critiqued by their teacher because the teacher's kind of the one that everybody thinks of as correcting them, but a lot of children don't get experience with their peers, so I think that that's really something that they should be introduced to at a younger age. I think that it would also strengthen social bonds because children have to learn how to use constructive criticism without hurting their friends' feelings, but saying it in a constructive way, a way that's helpful and not hurtful. I also liked how it talked about copyright laws, because children can learn early on that if you're taking a picture or words from someone else or a video from someone else, you need to give them credit. And if you use your own, then you don't have to give credit because you did it yourself. And I think that that would really give the children some more confidence, knowing that they made it themselves and they produced it themselves. I think that that would really be a great thing. The article Young Children and Computers. I really like this article because of the vignettes. I love reading about technology, but whenever you put a personal spin on something, it just makes it that much more interesting. And I could really relate to it because I know that when I was in school, if I ever had a chance to get on the computer, I was ecstatic. I loved it. I got to play, I think, the Oregon Trail, and I think a lot of people from my generation got to play that game, and getting any chance to get on the computer was fun. As shown with Nadia, computers are really a great incentive. He was a foreign student and he never spoke in class, but when it came time for him to get on the computer, he spoke and he asked when his turn was and when he was going to get to one next. So I thought that that was really inspiring, and it's a really good incentive. I also liked the vignette about Kumar, and it talked about how he was never interested in learning how to write his name. Everybody in class would be doing it, but he wouldn't really be interested. And then he got a chance to practice it on the computer, and that really changed things for him because now he was doing something he liked, and it transferred over to everything else. He started to practice it with pencils, crayons, markers, so it was a great incentive in his case as well. Another article was High-Tech Reflection Strategies Make Learning Stick. And I enjoyed this article, but I really agreed with Katie Charner-Lard when she said that if you don't do the reflection in hands-on science, for instance, the whole thing can be meaningless, she says. Kids may be thinking, okay, we built a stream table, it was fun. We got messy, we got gooey, we got sand all over the floor, but what does that tell you about the earth? What's the connection? And I can totally relate to this because I remember in high school I would do experiments and we would mix things and see what would happen, and then I would just fill in my worksheet, pass it in, and leave. And we never really were asked what we were learning, what the connection was, so I just didn't take as much out of it as I think that the teacher intended. And I also liked how she said, with a video confessional approach, it's a fresh way of eliciting a genuine response. And I think that this is so true because, first of all, it relates to the children because children of this generation, they're watching reality TV shows and they see how these shows have confessionals. And I think it's something that they would get excited about. And it's also genuine because they know that only the teacher's going to see it and nothing that they say can come back to them through their classmates. So they're being genuine, and I think that that's hard to come by unless you do it the right way. And I also liked the technology standards because technology is clearly very up and coming in today's society, and it's something that is definitely going to be long term. We're going to have a lot of technology, and I think that it's great that they have standards, just like a nice way to outline what exactly should be going on. So those are my thoughts. Thank you.